Good evening, my lovely people. I'm here again. I still remain your host, DD Iganes King. I trust God you are doing well wherever you are. We bless the name of the Lord. Yes, I am here again to discuss about a story of a young man that beat up his younger sister simply because the lady decided not to wash his clothes anymore. Can you imagine that? He beat up his younger sister because she said she's not willing to wash his clothes anymore, that she's now engaged. So this is how the story goes. There's a young man somewhere, you know, he gave his younger sister his clothes to wash, and he went out for that day. He went to work. But before now, the younger sister has been assisting him to do the washing, because they still live with their parents, both of them. So on that fateful day, the guy gave the clothes as usual to the younger sister to wash with soap that is going to work. The younger sister now replied him that I am not washing your clothes anymore. Please stop it. You were here when my fiancé came to do an introduction for me, that he is interested in me, he wants to marry me. So senior brother, I beg, I don't think I can continue to be washing your clothes for you. Do it yourself, or you look for somebody else to do. The guy now said that you must be joking. As far you are still in this house, you are still in this our parents' house. Yes, it is true you are engaged, and it is true an introduction has been done for you, but you are not yet married. You are still under our parents' roof. Until you leave, that is when you will cease going on errands for me. So this lady now said, brother, you must be joking. I will not do that. The guy said, okay, if you say so, look at the clothes. He now dropped the clothes on the floor and went to work. Could you believe that when this guy came back from work, those clothes were still there? Those clothes were still there. And the guy was so upset, he was very angry, that he decided to take it up on his sister and said, so you refuse to wash the clothes for me, is it not? She said yes. The guy started shouting, and thank you, my love. The guy started shouting, and it resulted to something else. He started beating up the sister. Beat her up so much that she now became unconscious. She became unconscious. But before then, before he started beating up the sister, this very lady was just ranting that brother, I am sorry, I cannot do it. I told you before you left, and you dropped the clothes on the floor. And this lady too, I will not support you. The way I will not still support your brother, that is how I will not support you. You did very wrong. You did wrong in the sense that, at least even if you don't want to wash the clothes for him, you'll be washing clothes all these years, as you said. You understand? Fine. But if you don't want to wash the clothes for it's your elder brother, you would have respected him by removing the clothes from the floor. These clothes we are even talking about, it's not like mechanic clothes that have grease. It's not like the clothes are so very dirty. It's normal outing clothes. You understand? Normal clothes people wear. So it's not like it's a work clothes. All these work clothes with dirt, mud and all that. No, that is not it. At least you would have given him the respect by removing the clothes from the floor, put it into the bucket and drop it for him if you really decided you don't want to wash, because that is the decision you have taken, because you are now engaged, you are now a big girl. So gone are those days whereby your brother uses you anyhow the way he wants. You understand? So for that, I will not support you at all. What you did was very, very wrong, my dear. I will tell you the truth. You would have removed the clothes from the floor by giving him that respect, put it into a bucket. Then when he comes back from work, then maybe he can do it himself. Or I don't think it would have gone this far for him beating you this much that you are now unconscious and you are in the hospital now. You understand? So that is what happened. After everything, after all the arguments all said and done, the parents could not even hold them. Guys, now there's no way you can compare a guy with that of a woman. No, except the woman is a boxer, or the woman is a wrestler or a fighter. That is when the woman can confront the man physically. But this one, she cannot. So the guy had to beat her very well, beat her very well, that she now became unconscious and she was rushed to the hospital. You understand? And you, brother, too, I am not in support of you too, because it's a two-way thing. This young lady have been washing your clothes all this while. So why is it that because she simply told you that very day that, brother, I don't want to be washing your clothes anymore for you, please. I'm sorry. And she said it in a polite way, like what we heard. I am sorry, I don't want to be washing your clothes for you anymore. Please, wash your clothes yourself. Now you now took it as an offense that your younger sister is now a big girl. She have now grow wings to be challenging you back, to be repeating words back at you. Haven't she been washing your clothes for you before now? Haven't she been going on errand for you? So why is it that it's this one now that she said, brother, I am so sorry, I am now engaged to my husband to be. I don't think I can be doing certain things for you, that you now pick offense? Eh? How will you feel if somebody does that to your girlfriend? Because you are a grown-up guy, and I know that you must be you must have a relationship. How will you feel if somebody does that to your girlfriend and beats your girlfriend that you proposed to, that you want to marry, beats her that she now became unconscious? How will you feel? Will you take it lightly? So that is how I still believe that your in-law to be will not be happy with you for what you did by beating up his wife to be, just like that, because she refused to wash your clothes. But this lady have been washing your clothes all this while. She have been going for errand for you. So why come up like this, to the extent of you beating her, raising hand to somebody that is proposed? It's not good, brother. It is not good. And anybody that is watching this video, anybody that will come across this video, please, if you are doing that, please stop. Stop beating women. It's not the best. Stop beating females. Stop beating ladies. Stop beating your wives. Stop beating mothers. It's not the best at all. That will not make the difference. That will not make whatever we be to be. Okay? You can talk. If you are really, really angry, then you walk out on the person. But you must not raise your hand to beat somebody, because you don't know where that hand is going to. You don't know what might happen. That person might even collapse as you are beating that person. You don't know, and you might even put yourself into trouble, which you have done now, because you are now arrested. You are now in the police station for beating. Thank God your sister did not die. If she had died through that beating, what would have happened? What would have happened if she had lost her life through that beating? Eh? You would have been jailed for life. When you pass on the road, or by the time you are released, if only you be released at all, the news would have said, look at him, he's the one that beat his sister years ago for not washing his clothes. And this lady have been doing it for you all these years. You even said it. She has been cooking for you, going on errand for you, doing one thing on the other for you before she got engaged. You were there, you were present in the engagement party. You saw that somebody is now knocking on your door. I saw a beautiful flower in your garden. This flower is ripe and it's so beautiful, and I don't want to let it go. So why will you want to do this to me? Because she's not the only girl. She's not the only girl, but this guy saw the love in her. That is why he decided to. That is why he decided to come and propose to her. And even when you people accepted, I went as far as bringing his families and friends for the introduction. So my brother, it's not good at all. It's not good. People should stop it. Stop it because of washing of clothes. Your own blood, the same mother, the same father. You beat her up that you are now a big girl for what? After you are still under this our roof, you have not left for your husband's house yet. You must do as I say. Who said so? This girl we are talking about is not that she's a teenager. She's not an underage. You understand? She's in her 30s. So it's very wrong, not because of she's still under you people's roof. Even you as a man, if not that where we come from. Even when somebody will be like up to 40-something years, you will still be under your parents' roof. No shame, no remorse. You will be there still eating garri with your parents, which is not supposed to be. In the developed world, it's not like that. It's not like that. They will go out, they will leave their parents to look for their own daily bread. It's not that our own kind of life we live in Africa. We live in a care kind of life. Somebody will be 50 years will still be staying in the parents' house, challenging the parents. When the younger one talk, you want to beat, you want to intimidate. It's not good, my brother. But anyway, I'm happy that you are arrested. At least this will serve as lesson to other guys out there. What not? Even if the girl is not engaged, she's not a small girl, she's in her 30s. You won't have done that to her at all. It's very wrong, brother. Please stop it. If beating is in your DNA, stop it. It can be changed, okay? With prayers, and go for counseling. Because that is what they say you are always doing. You've always been beating her right from childhood. When she was small into a teenagehood, you were still beating her until she grew up now. Maybe because you will not be seeing her again to be beaten. That is why that you transfer that aggression now to beat her, because she simply told you she doesn't want to wash your clothes. But it's very, very wrong. She's engaged, so she's somebody's wife to beat. So even if she says she's not going to wash your clothes, it's not a do or die affair that she must do it. If she wants to do it, she will do it from her willful mind. You understand? Because she's now with a man. Somebody is coming for her. Somebody wants to pay on her head now. Introduction, that is to say, is part of the requirement for marriage. The man have done certain things on her. So you don't have the right to tell her to even wash your clothes. It's not by force. You will beg her, please. It's an appeal. I beg. One name, please. Nkechi, beautiful damsel, help me to wash my clothes. She will just laugh and do it for you. Not using by force, because she's still under your parents' house. And she's the responsible girl. That is why she's still under there until her marriage right is done properly for her to live for her husband's house. At least she did not just pack her bag and baggages and go, as some people used to do after introduction. You understand? She gave you people the honor to stay until everything is finalized before she will move to her husband's house. And at the end of the day, you are treating her like this. It's not good. It's not good. So that is the story, my people. I said let me come and share with you people. Thank you very much for watching. If you come across this video, please thumbs up for this video. Thumbs up, please. And drop your comments as well in the comment section. Share the video, please. Okay? Tell your people, tell your friends. Now this is what happened somewhere in this world we are. And this girl now is hospitalized, and the brother too is in the hospital. You understand? And because of she was unconscious, she fainted. They had to put hold the traditional marriage, because that's supposed to be whether they said about 2 weeks time for the traditional marriage before this thing happened. So that one now they have to pend it first until she's physically fit to go for her wedding. What kind of nonsense is that? What if you had killed her? What if you had killed her because she refused to wash your clothes? What is clothes? It's supposed to be from your mind. Even me that is here, I'm in a man's house, I am married. But when I go to visit my siblings, I wash their clothes. There's no big deal that I wash my siblings' children's clothes. It's from willful hearts. It's not a by force thing. You understand? So this girl too, I will still blame you somehow. You've been doing it for your brother. It's your brother. So there's nothing like big deal. Oh, maybe because of the nails you fix on your introduction day, you don't want it to pull off. After all, the introduction has been done. Oh, you don't want. Maybe that is why you say you are not washing your clothes. So what are your reasons, if I may ask? Because I will still support the guys in some extent and throw the rest at the baggage. You understand? But I did not support him beating you. But what are your reasons that the reasons you even gave is a flimsy reason that because you are now engaged? Are you the first person to be engaged and to be introduced to family members that they want to marry you? Are you the first person in life? People have been doing it. You are not the first and you will not be the last. So that is to say you the girl, when you enter husband's house now, by the time the man puts you into your heart, because that is how I'm concluding this my video now. By the time you eventually enter the man's house now, you might not even be doing certain things. You will say, I beg, I'm not your slave. Oh, you have married me. Oh, please just allow me be. I will not do this one. I will not do that. Then that means you are not even ready for marriage. If you cannot put out your nails that you fix into water to wash your brother's clothes, is it your own husband's clothes now? Nobody knows the kind of job your husband is doing. Is it his own clothes now that when he returns from work with all the grease in his armpit and all that, is it the one and the okrikpoto in his boxer? Is it the one that you will now go and wash? If you cannot do this little one, is it your own husband's owner that you will now go and wash? I am engaged. Are you the first to be engaged? Go and sleep, my friend. You're not the first to be engaged, but I'm not in support that your brother beat you in the first place anyway. But I will tell the truth. Let's say the truth. They say truth is bitter, but it should be said. Let's say the truth. You are not the first to be engaged in life. People have been doing it before you were even born. And when they do it, they still help their parents to work. They still go to the farm. They still do 1 or 2 things for the family. So why would you say you will not wash your brother's clothes? And even if you say you don't want to wash your brother's clothes, I think you would have respected him by removing the clothes from the floor. Not after coming from work for how many hours he has been in work. He has been at work. He came back from work. His clothes was still on the floor. No matter what he told you before going to work in that morning time, no matter what was said to you, I think you would have respected him and removed the clothes, because you will not. It's your elder brother. You will not tell me that you've not benefited in one way or the other from him through finance. You understand? You would have respected him by removing his clothes, put it in the bucket, and keep for him if you don't want to wash. And I'm telling you this. People like you, when you get into marriage, you will not want to do anything. You will not want to do anything. When your husband say do this for me, you say no, I beg, I am not. You are that kind of lady. I don't know. You did not marry me to enslave me in your house. So my parents did not do me this. So my parents did not do that. Or even if my parents were doing you that, enslaving you, asking you to do 1 or 2 jobs. I am now free. So I am your husband. I have equal rights. I am your wife. You are my husband. I have equal rights as you are to do certain things as well. It is wrong, my dear. Because people like you, I am telling you, by the time you enter the marriage room, bam, by the time you enter, you will show your real color. You will show your real color, what you are made of. You might not even want to do certain things. You might not even want to pick broom to sweep your husband's house, let alone to wash his butter that have a kripoto under. You will not want to. What nonsense! I don't just know what nowadays girls are growing into. You're not even a girl. You are a lady, because you are in your 30s. You are in your husband's. You're supposed to be in your husband's house, even if you are not due for marriage. You're supposed to be in your husband's house, and you are not portraying this kind of attitude. You count yourself lucky and thank your God that you were not even killed by that beating. The gifting, that guy massacre you very well. You are very, very lucky that people were around to even save you. God knows what would have become of you today. Your husband, as you are crying about that, you are not engaged. They've done introduction on your head. Maybe you won't have even entered there the long run. So you should be lucky. Can't just start lucky. What nonsense! I will not support the two of you. What your brother did was wrong, and what you yourself did as well, and the younger sister, was very, very wrong. You understand? Yes, it's supposed to be a willful something. It's not by force, but that's how you would have told him. Respect him by removing his clothes from the floor. He's your elder brother. He left in anger, and you really kept that clothes for him to come back in anger too. To come and that is to say, come and do your work. Let me see what you can do. Maybe my fiancé is there that will support you, or to fight him. Where is your fiancé now to fight him now? Nonsense, stupid girl. People don't think when doing something. You think marriage is something like a gold. It's not gold. It's not gold. Okay? It's not gold. It's just because it is a good thing for a woman when there is time, when it's your time, when your time is ripe, just get married and stay in your husband's house. That is just one thing. If not, there's no big deal about that somebody must be married. There's no big deal. Where the road somebody that is not married is passing is the same road somebody that is married is passing. Wherever somebody that is not married is going to, it's still the same place that person is going to, whether flights by road, by water, or by air, anywhere. So it's the same thing. There's no big deal. It's just because of the tag respect, that when you are married, that respect is there, that you are married, you are no longer single. But what you did to your brother too is wrong, by insulting him after he returned from work, that he should do his work. He have done his work now by beating you up. So call your husband to be now to come and beat him up as well. Thank you, my people. Let me go to my next video, please. I want to talk about relationships. Relationship, especially women. Women. They said women have power. Yes, women have power to do and undo. But the society we are today, the competition is becoming something else. Women, married women, is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand, and it has ruined so many homes. Now, what is even in vogue now is groups. They will call this one groups, wives. So this one groups, wives. This one groups, wives. Competition here and there. They want to buy the most expensive hair of Brazilian hair of how many thousand. If you don't have that kind of money to buy, you will not be allowed to join our group. Requirements for the registration for you to become a member. Can you imagine the kind of life people are living? Can you imagine? Then at the end of the day now, when you go and do and undo things that you're not supposed to do to meet up, because the competition between all of you are high, to meet up, to buy certain things you know your husband cannot afford, before you can be allowed to join that group. Cheating will now come in, stealing will now come in, lies will now come in, different kind of things will now come in because of competition, because of you want to meet up. Let me put it that way. You want to meet up. When you know where you are married to, your husband is not that buoyant. Those that are privileged that their husbands are buoyant, okay, thank God for them. You that your own is not that buoyant. You want to meet up because your friends are buying Brazilian hair. Your friends are wearing the most classic clothes, the most expensive wrapper, the most designer shoe and bag. So you want to still do like that. And at the end of the day, you go home nagging your husband to buy those things for you. When you know that your look at the fingers are not equal, and they can never be equal. They can never be equal. No way. If God wanted it to be equal, He would have done it equal right from when humans were created. Eh? Right from Adam and Eve. But no. So it is wrong, my people, women. We should change certain things we are doing. We should change. The one that is even annoying me the most, you will see somebody that is from a very poor background, very, very poor background, and that person is opportune to meet a guy that is rich. You understand? And married to a guy that is rich. At the end of the day, she will just be treating other people like bullshit. Bullshit. Somebody that is from a very poor background, that somebody picked to. You understand? There's no humility in that person again because my level don't change. When you see old friends, all of them went to school together years back. They will just do as if you are nothing to them because now you are now a big man's wife. Where at the end, now 6 feet, all of us will see they go one day. Eh? We came with nothing and we all are living with nothing. Pride here and there. It's just too much for women. It's too much. It's going out of hand. And you see, some of them too that cannot even afford all these things I even mentioned. They will go as far as even borrowing to belong. They will go and borrow. Eh? When you go to weddings, you go to burial, you see all of them in their clique. What they are wearing, expensive things from head to toe, gold, good clothes and all that. And when you want to find that into to, some of them that don't even have all those things, they've gone to borrow. Why don't you be real? Why don't you live your life the way you are? Let the society accept you like that for who you are. You must not live your life for people. You must not live your life because Jumbo is giving his wife 1 million naira for shopping every month. Then you yourself, you want to go and force yourself into Jumbo's street. It's not possible. Except you want to do silly things to be like Jumbo's wife. That is when you can achieve what you want to achieve. But don't forget that you are a married woman. You are in a man's house. So you sew your clothes according to your material. Make your clothes according to your material, not your size. Eh? Are you hearing me, my people? Terrible things are happening. Women, they don't know. I don't know the kind of power that they have. They are not misusing that power. They are not misusing that power because they are not in different types of cliques. Different types of cliques. Big man's wife association. Eh? When your husband don't have, won't you be yourself and just be, even if it is ordinary single you can afford, wear that ordinary single to where you are going to. Must you join clique? Eh? Must you join clique? All of them are bleaching now, Bleachers Club. That is what they are doing now. All these so-called women I'm talking about, Bleachers Club. Buying the different type of cream to mix. Bleachers, smelling. Because they want to impress. Who are you people impressing? Eh? Who are you people impressing? African women, you people should change. I don't know why it's like that. Whether it's because of most of us are not privileged to go to developed country to see. Even the developed country, people that have money, even in even Africa, if you want to count people that have money, you say yes, they really work hard for their money. You will see humility in them. The way they live their life, their children live their life, their husband live their life, very low key. But the ones that don't have anything, that don't manage to arrive, that struggle to arrive, either in dubious way or in borrow way, or to in one way or the other that is cunning way, they want to show off themselves. I don't arrive. Nobody reach me. African women, God forbid. By the special grace of God, I've been privileged to see different skin colors. African women, you people's own is too much. It's too much. It's getting out of hand. Pushing women to do what they are not supposed to do. You will see married women flirting, sleeping up and down. They don't, any dick and harry that come, provided the money is there, because they want to tie the most expensive Hollandis. They want to wear the most expensive ashoke. They want to wear the most expensive traditional attire. They want to wear the most expensive bags and the costumes and all that. Must you? Where is it done? I've not heard though, except maybe they've started it now, that you must have a particular attire before you can enter a particular country. Where is it written as a law? Eh? The other day, somebody invited my children. Back then, when I was in Nigeria, somebody invited my children for son's birthday, and she gave me color that my children will wear. For what? What for? What for? Even if my children have that color of clothes to wear, I am not putting those clothes on them. What for? When you go to the party, everywhere will be that same color, that same color, that same color. And you know what I did? I went to that party with my children, but I dressed them normal dressing. The highest you will do is that you will not allow me to enter. Then we will go to our house, because by the special grace of God, I can cook rice for my children. I can buy cake and drink for them. What else is given to children again in party? If not that, they're probably gifts. You understand? So even when we got to that party that day, if you see the way the woman was even looking at me, you will see anger in her own, is that this woman said. So even when I told her, I sent her a text that this is the dress code that your children should wear. Look at what she brought her children in with. But I don't care. I don't care. Because I can, by the special grace of God, God has provided, I can take my children elsewhere to see have fun. Even if at the being we were sent back, but we weren't sent back. But I saw that anger in her. It's very, very bad. You will see some people, they will go and buy credit so that their children will look good on that day. Because they said wear jeans and this color with a black shoe. Must I wear black shoe? Must my children wear black shoe to an occasion? You wear what you have. What if I don't have those things in their wardrobe? I should go and run heter scatter to go and buy, or I should go and look for where to borrow if I don't have money to buy. As a mother, it's women that does this thing, not guys. Men don't have that kind of time. Rubbish kind of life women are living nowadays, all because of competition. Why will you not compete in education? Go to foreign countries and see women going to school, doctors, professors. These ones that are competing here and there, I'm talking about back in Africa, they don't even have anything. They don't even have anything to show for. Only a certificate for clothing and fashion. That is what they can afford. Rubbish kind of life Nigerians are living. I don't just know what is wrong with them. Click. You are not my clique. If you are going for burial now, they will plan what to wear. They call it a shebi. Rubbish. When you don't have, you will stress somebody to go and borrow. You will stress somebody to go and buy. Why don't you allow the person to put on whatever the person is wearing to the person is having to wear that day? It's very wrong. Women are the ones doing it. Women are the ones you go to burial, you will see them. Click. You go to marriages, you will see them. Click. You go to that dedication, child dedication, you will see them. Click. You go to parties, you will see them. Click. They want to do things in their own way, whereas they cannot afford it. That is the most annoying part of it. If you can afford it, fine. If you can afford it, if God has blessed you and your husband, if you tell your husband, I want 10 million, he gives you the money, fine, thank your star. But this was the one that is arguing me, annoying me, that made me to bring this topic out, is that for those that cannot afford it at all, they will want to go and join the clique, the so-called clique. You understand? And they have rules and regulation there before you will be accepted. That is what I'm talking about. Don't misjudge me, don't misquote me by saying that look at what this lady said, that if the husband is giving her money to buy certain things, I said they should not buy. I did not say so. If your husband gives you money to buy a hair of 100 million naira and he can afford it, fine, buy you. You understand? If he gives you money to buy designer's bag of how many million, buy you if you want to. I'm talking of those that their husbands cannot. That's what I am talking. That they know their husbands cannot, and they will be nagging the man at home. Are you not seeing Mama Kelechi, the way she's always looking good? Every Sunday she wears this to church. You hardly see her tie two wrapper in 2 months. I'm not talking about that too. I'm talking about yourself. You that cannot afford. If it is normal costume you have to wear, please. Wear, provided let it look good on you, let it look nice on you. Don't go and borrow. Don't go and buy on credit. That is what I am talking about. Eh? And these so-called women now, they will push their husbands to doing certain things they cannot do. Now, apart from the clothes, not only clothing, no, even cars, the kind of cars they drive, you will see one woman will have up to like 3 to 4 cars. You understand? I did not say it's not a good thing, no. What I am saying is that don't push your man into what he cannot do. And when he cannot do that, because of love and long throat, what will my clique say? You will now go and do things that are silly outside, maybe to cheat on the man, or to steal, or to borrow. That is what I am talking about. So it's not only clothing, it's not only what we put on, or attires and all that. It has even gone as far as cars. You understand? Competition here and there, even buildings. Your own house not fine reach my own house, so your own not do this one. I'm the one, my husband is building the latest house, so that is what they are doing. Competition right, left and center. They will not compete on good things. They will not open association on good things that will be positive in their lives. It's just to be on things that will make people be frustrated, that will make people do what they are not supposed to do. You understand? Don't you know that things like this can make a woman be frustrated? When you see them go to church, they click, they will not associate with the poor, the ones that doesn't have. How do you think those other ones that don't have will feel anytime they are in church? Clique. This one is my clique. This one is my clique. Even in church, they are doing it to churches. It's not only social gathering. Now, even in churches, they are doing it. This clique thing. Eh? It is not good. How do you think those other women that don't have, how do you think they will feel? They will just be looking at you somehow. They cannot even talk. Maybe when you are in a meeting, they cannot talk because you are not. You will shut them down. We are not. Slippers get level now. Slippers get size. Eh? Rubbish kind of life. African women are living when they can. That is fake life. They call it fake life. They call it fake life. Why don't you live a genuine life? Why don't you live life that you know you can afford? That is what we are talking about. If your husband wants to buy you all these flashy things I mentioned, fine. There's nothing wrong in that. If you can afford it, I'm talking of those that cannot afford it, don't go and push women. Don't go and push wives that cannot have. You know that their husbands don't have that money. You go and push them that if you don't buy this single of 50,000 naira, don't come to Marianne's wedding. No, that is what we are talking about. You will not give that woman BB, high blood pressure. They're fighting and nagging your husband at home. Are you not seeing what Mama Kelechi is wearing to church? Are you not seeing what Mama Kelechi wore the other day to Akpan's mother's burial? That's what I am talking about. Don't push women. It's okay, African women. Stop it. I don't know of other African women, but where I come from, the country I come from, we should stop it. It's getting out of hand. Be content with what you have. Be content with what you have. All these things are vanity. Because at the end of the day, when you drop dead, it is still one clothes that will be put on you. It is still one clothes that will be put on you. That is what will take you to the grave. Stop it. If you can afford it, okay. But don't do it to pepper people. Pepper them as this lady sing the song. Don't do it to pepper people. If you have arrived, thank God for your life that you have arrived. Don't put people bullshit that we are not in the same level. It is not good. Live a humble life. Live a humble life. When you even see people that are even very, very well deserved in Western world, I envy them. I love them. I love them. People that are very rich, you will see the way they will play with. Oh God. But where I come from, slippers get level now. We are not of the same clique. What rubbish. Why should I associate myself with somebody like that? That's what they will be saying. making women to be comparing their marriage. You don't even know what this so-called big man wife is passing through in her home. She will not come and tell you. Even if she's living this kind of flashy life, she might be dying in silence, but she's seeing money in that marriage. You understand? You don't know what she's passing through in that marriage. She might not be happy in that marriage apart from the money she's seeing, so that she will look glamorous outside. People will be envying. Hey, see Nkechi life. She's lucky to have this kind of man as a husband. You don't know what she's passing through. Then you that doesn't have, the poor one now, will be fighting your husband every time in the house, calling him all manner of name, cursing him. Look at Nkechi's husband. Look at what Ambrose is doing for Nkechi the wife. Can't you do it? Are you not a man like him? And so, even if he's a man like him, does he know what Ambrose's husband is doing for a living? All that glinters are not gold. You should get that into your head. All that glinters are not gold. Some people can put their job in front page as if that is what they are doing, but you don't know what is under the bottom line. All that glinters are not gold. Please, Nigerian people, you should stop this kind of life you are living. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not the best at all. Encourage yourself. Love yourself. Be humble. Be humble. Put yourself in position of people. Put yourself in position of people, but don't make them lose respect for you. You understand? And when you put yourself in position of people, if you see that maybe that respect is no longer, they want to take advantage, and by then you cannot back out and give them arm's length. But what I'm trying to say is that don't force people to do what is not of them. You understand? Because, for instance, now you people will say, you are going to so place tomorrow. This is what we are wearing, and at the end of the day, when they calculate everything you people are wearing, you run into thousands of naira. What if this other person cannot afford it? That is what I am talking about. This so-called useless Asebi. I never like Asebi in my life. I hate it with passion. Asebi. I don't like Asebi in my life. Even when I did my own marriage, I told my people that I don't want Asebi. If people want to do Asebi, do it. It's your own business. But I am not bringing any color or whatever that people will do for Asebi. If you want to do it, it's your own business. Because I am right from time. Even before I got married, I've been going for people's wedding. I am only the neutral person there. All my departmental people, they will all wear, the girls, they will wear Asebi. But I will wear my own unique, what I have. Even if I am to buy something new for that marriage, I must not buy that color you are telling me. That's what I am talking about. You must not compel me to do it. You must not compel me. It's not in the Bible. Where is it in the Bible that we should do Asebi? Where is it in the Bible that we must all carry Brazilian hair for an occasion? Where is it in the Bible that says that this is a particular attire we must all wear before the party we hold? With you and without you, what God has ordained in heaven is already settled. So that occasion must surely hold, whether you are there or not. So it's high time people desist from this kind of useless and stupid kind of life. That is how I see it. You will see women that are not used to fixing of nails, fixing of eyelashes because of friends' pressure. They will start doing it. Before you will join our clique, this is how we look like. If we don't go natural, if you cannot come with your natural nails, you cannot come with artificial eyelashes, you cannot come with lipstick on your lips. If you know you want to belong to our association, this is what you must do. What nonsense! What nonsense! Pushing people to do what that is not in their DNA. Some people naturally they don't like makeup. So because they don't like makeup, no, now they cannot be your friend. Because they don't know they don't have money to buy the kind of attire you can afford, your husband can afford for you. They cannot be your friend. You cannot go to the same church. You cannot be on the same page. Is that what you are telling me? Wearing artificial eyelashes that they've not done in their life before because they want to be friends with you. Nails they've not done before, they want to be friends with you. Gold they've not acquired in their life before, they will now look for money, save to buy the most expensive gold because that is the gold people will be wearing to that particular occasion at that particular time. Must it be so? That is what I am asking. Must it be so? My family people, they know that I hate this Asebi with passion. I hate it with passion. I hate it. Why don't you allow everybody to be the way they are? Whatever you can afford, wear it to the party you are going to. Must you wear what you said they should wear? That is what is in vogue now in Nigeria, and it's pissing me off. You will go to all these young ladies' party, you will see if you don't have a Caribbean hair, you will not come for their friends' birthday. What kind of nonsense kind of life are Nigerian women living now? What kind of nonsense life? Relationship is going sour by the day. Cheat here and there, just to meet up. If I can afford a weave-on of 1,000 naira, provided it's good on me, why will you not allow me to wear that weave-on of 1,000 naira to the party? Why will you not? Because I don't have weave-on of 100,000 naira to put on my head, you will not invite me for your party. Then go with your party now. Must I come? Must I come? Competition here and there among women. The most annoying part of it, the one that is paining me, that is making me to do this topic, is those that don't even have, that cannot afford it, their husbands don't have, their families don't have. They will force them to do doing certain things. Eh? And it is still them that will still go and mock them behind, though, that they are cheating. It is still them that will go and mock them behind, that they are borrowing. It is still these same people that will go and mock them, that will go and gossip to their clique, that what she's wearing is not her own. I pity this black skin. I pity us. I pity our own is too much. I pity us. We should change in certain things we are doing. We should change. We are not even talking of education sector now. We are not talking of education sector. You will see them putting their children in big schools they cannot afford. Renting houses they cannot afford. Pushing their husband to doing things they cannot afford. Houses. Big houses. They cannot pay house rent. Big schools they cannot pay school fees. Must you put your child in 1 million naira school when there is school of 20,000 naira for your level? Must you go and stay in a house that is millions of naira when there is house of a few thousands of naira for your level? Because Nkechi own is living in a duplex. Then you yourself you want to do. Nkechi's son is in this school paying 1 million naira. You too you want to push your husband to what he cannot afford. Dragging the poor man right, left, and center, pushing him because it says women have power. Eh? Yes, women have power. It is a woman that will make a man, and it is a woman that will still bring the man down. Why don't you make your man? That money that you are pushing your husband that he cannot afford to go and put your child in a big man's school, why don't you save that money? Save that money and build a befitting house for yourself. You are still a tenant too, but you are paying 1 million naira for children's school fees for 4 months, a term. That you don't have, paying it in installments. Why don't you put your child in an affordable school? Save that money and put a roof under your head, because you are still a tenant. You are now compelling yourself with those that God has blessed. Eh? Because that is the 3 things that Nigerian people are doing, especially women. They are the ones doing it. Education. They want their children to go to the best school and they cannot afford it because their friends that have money. Their friends that have money that can afford it, their children are there. Housing, they cannot afford a good looking house, expensive house, but their friends can afford it. Them too, they want to belong. And clothing and outfits. You understand? Those are the 3 things Nigerian women are doing. That is what they are known for. Show off. Fake life. Fake. Don't misquote me. I did not say that if you have it, don't do it. That is not what we are saying. I'm talking of those that cannot afford it. Put your children in an affordable school and pray for God's blessing. When God blesses you and your husband, then you cannot put your child in a good school that you prefer. Please, I'm begging you people. Thumbs up for this video for me. I will make the part 2 of this video later. My children are disturbing here. Thank you. And please, thumbs up for this video. Send you can share this video and subscribe if this is your first time coming to my channel. I still remain your host, DD Eagerness King. See you next time. Meet you next time. Talk to you next time. God willing.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.